Good day, fellow observers. Today we're going to do a version 13.2.9 test. We are heading to Trader Joe's. It is a 32-minute drive, 12 miles. Let me activate FSD. Okay, so we're on drive and I'm just waiting. There is a human here on the right side. I just want to activate it when the human is inside the car. So now we're activated and let's see what FSD will do here. Now, this is the same route that we use for the sanitation, Town of Hempstead Sanitation Department test. So this Trader Joe's is just a neighbor to that place. So I'm putting it in that same category. And I'm just changing the location because I saw that this Trader Joe's is a good test also for a parking lot destination, and I want to see if it can park itself. So it may take some time for FSD to move out here because there are humans on the left side now. Okay, now we're advancing. Okay, good. Okay, now there is a human here. Okay, good. Stop here. But I felt that FSD should have seen it sooner. So this is where your preference...
In 500 feet, turn left onto Hempstead Turnpike.
Your preference is going to be different with what FSD is doing. It's like the amount of creep that it does sometimes can be too much or too little depending on how you drive. So that's more of an FYI, because that's also a potential for disengagement, because you might think that it won't stop, but actually it's just creeping longer. So that kind of thing. So now we are here close to the exit, so we should be turning left here. Okay, good. So it gave way for that SUV before it made the turn.
Now turn left onto Hempstead Turnpike.
Now we have a green light here. So we have a green arrow and good slowdown here on the turn because the cars ahead are not moving as fast as it expected it. Okay, now we are moving. Okay, good. Okay, we're moving to the right lane now. So usually it doesn't do it this early, but maybe because it thinks this right lane currently is faster. To the passing lane. Then move to the right lane again.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Meacham Avenue.
So we have a green light here. Okay, good. Okay, that was an abrupt stop. I think that was a reaction to the human that just went into the car, but it seems like it's a late stop.
Now turn right onto Meacham Avenue.
So now, good move here to the right turn lane. Now we have a green light. Okay, good. Okay, we have a green light here. 2 green lights, and then there's a flashing yellow. I think pretty much for the flashing yellow, FSD is able to function as expected. So I think that's a good sign that the consistency of its behavior with flashing yellow is good. Now we continue on here.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Dutch Broadway. Now turn left onto Dutch Broadway.
Now we have a green light here. Okay, good turn. Now it will move to the right lane, but it will not keep right at the fork because we are going to make a right on Franklin Avenue. Now we have a green light here. Okay, so we continue
In 500
advancing.
feet, turn right onto Franklin Avenue.
Alright, so this is a good case I want to see because
Now turn right onto Franklin Avenue.
we have a red light and it is a no turn on red. In prior versions, sometimes FSD makes a right here even though it's no turn on red. Now I have to see, you see this? It's advancing. So I'm gonna press the brakes here and this is a disengagement. Press voice button. Okay, how do I do it? How do I do it? Hold on. Trying to gather my thoughts. So FSD is trying to make a right on a no turn on red zone. Disengaged. Okay, so this is one of the few times that I remember dropping a Tesla message. So it's good. Now I would have to wait for the green light because FSD might just do the same thing. Okay, now we do. And let me re-engage.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Park Drive.
Okay.
Then take the Southern State Parkway East ramp on the left. Now turn left onto Park Drive.
We are turning left here. Okay, we have a red light. I mean, it's a yellow, now it's a red. Okay, we have a green arrow here. Okay, good.
Now take the Southern State Parkway East ramp on the left.
Okay, good acceleration here. We do have a window. Okay, nice. And let's see. We have a window. Yes, we do. Okay, good. Just want to confirm things before it goes to the next lane. Adjustment with the traffic flow here. I think it will stay on this lane for quite a bit because I don't see any window here unless it would really speed up. Okay, good slowdown. I was about to use my horn because of that car kind of veering to my lane. Good slowdown here. Okay, good adjustment here for this merging car, and also quick lane change to the middle lane. And shout out to the SUV that gave way. Okay, good adjustment there. I'm hearing the motorcycle, and I just felt FSD just veered a bit to the right, but still keeping within the lane. for that motorcycle to pass. Okay, so I'm hearing an ambulance. Okay, good adjustment here. Okay, good. There's an ambulance, but it's on the right lane, not the middle lane. Okay, so now it's on the passing lane. Wait, no, middle lane still. Okay, let's see if FSD will speed up here. Okay, now it's on the passing lane. So FSD doesn't have to go anywhere. Good. Okay, you can see ambulance on the left, but there's no graphic still for an emergency lighting. So I just want to point that out. This SUV merge. Okay, no. So now we continue advancing.
In 1 mile, take exit 22S on the right onto Meadowbrook Parkway south toward Jones Beach.
Okay, we're about to slow down here. Okay, good, slow down. Okay, it's a heavy slowdown, but not sudden heavy slowdown, so my confidence with FSD didn't erode at that time. Because, you know, before, I think version 11, that in version 11 I could remember that it's not stopping as early as it should, and so I had to disengage. Now the thing is, that was on my personal use, so I haven't recorded any V11 tests. I only started V12. So now we are moving to the right lane, and in 0.5 miles we are exiting to exit 22S. To the off
Now
ramp.
take exit 22S on the right.
Now here we are going to have a 2-laner. Let's see if FSD will move. Okay, so it will move here to the left lane, but this left lane will also merge to this other lane on the left. So this is what I'm looking for always for oncoming cars from behind, because it may be that there's another car that's going to merge at the same time that I am, so I have to keep tabs on it.
In 1 mile, take exit M9E on the right onto East Merrick Road.
FSD didn't speed up, just maintain the speed for that merging car. Now we move to the right lane. Okay, good. So there's a merging car here on the right, and I think FSD will give way for this. Okay, good. Alright, then we exit here.
Now take exit M9E on the right.
Okay, so we are on a yield and good decision here, keeping on the advance. And I think this is one of the few occasions that it does that, because I do remember that it stops at the yield sign and there are vehicles that will honk at me, and then also I think on the comments as well to like go and advance, because we could really advance and then just be careful on the merge. So yeah, just want to point that out. That may be something different for version 13.2.9. Now we are close by here. We do have a red light.
In 500 feet, turn right.
Okay, we have a green. Okay,
now turn right.
We're turning right here to Trader Joe's. And okay, good observance of the lanes here and good brief pause. Okay, good.
Now so your destination is on the right.
Going here instead on the left because this is where the entrance is. Now I think FSD will go and turn here, but I will have to disengage early, because if I move here on the, if it makes a left turn, then I would have to exit. So I don't want to do that. And since we're here, so I'm just gonna disengage and give my takeaways. We started FSD from a parked spot, and it took some time for it to move out because there was a human on the right that's going in, and shortly after there were several humans as well that were going to their car, which was right on the left. And as they were doing their thing, putting some stuff, FSD actually advanced during that time. So I thought FSD is gonna wait for a real clear space, but I think that was a reasonable move though, because I would have done that as well. As long as I see that there is enough space, then I will take that. After that, FSD made a left and made a right and gave way actually to a turning SUV before making a left to the exit. So that was good. In addition, FSD was able to make a left on green, and on the left turn on green it was good. I'm just monitoring here the auto park. It was adjusting to the slow turn of the vehicles in front. So that's a good behavior because I thought that it might do something weird, but maybe that's just me. But it's good that it's monitoring the speed on the other vehicles and adjusting to that. Now that was a whole spiel for just one turn, but let me just move forward. Then FSD made an early lane change to the right lane, which is good because it actually was a faster lane at that time. FSD then, I'm not sure, did it move back to the passing lane? But eventually it moved to the right turn lane to meet towards the intersection, which is because it wants to make a right to Meacham, and it did on green. And also we had green lights there and a flashing yellow. Flashing yellow cases are, I think, a no-brainer for FSD. And it made a left to Dutch Broadway, moved to the right lane, but kept left at the fork and advanced on the green. But on the right to Franklin Avenue, we had a red light, and it is a no turn on red. And that was, I was trying to observe as well, because in prior versions, FSD wants to make a right on a no turn on red, which it did actually earlier. It attempted to advance and make a turn, but I disengaged, and so I waited for a green, and then I made the turn myself. After that, I activated FSD and continued advancing, and it made a left to, what was that road? I forgot the road. This is the road right before going to Southern State Parkway. So it went there and merged to Southern State Parkway and was able to find a window. It stayed on the right lane for the most part and then eventually moved to the middle lane. And there was an ambulance that was passing, but eventually it used the passing lane to advance. So FSD didn't have to move and I didn't have to do anything because FSD was on the middle lane. Then close to exit 22S, it moved to the right lane, exited, and there was a lane change to the left lane that I was monitoring because that lane was going to merge to the next left lane. And something that you'd have to think about too, those cases, because there might be some fast approaching cars, but usually FSD is able to adjust with that. But still, it needs to be repeated to always be present during the drive and not just let FSD do its thing and assume that everything would be 100% right all the time, because things can happen. Then FSD went on the advance and gave way for a merging SUV coming from the on-ramp, and it exited to M9E on the right. And on the yield sign, it actually went forward, advanced, and found a window to merge to Merrick Rd, and that was good. Then continued forward and turned right here to the Trader Joe's parking lot. So it briefly made a pause, but it was able to recover and go into the parking lot, so that's good. It was able to recognize that it has to make a right after entering the parking lot because that's where the traffic flow is going and not on the left side, which is the lane for the cars exiting Trader Joe's. So yeah, I mean, I think overall it was reasonable, but there are still some cases that is not yet refined, especially for that right turn on red. There are times that it follows the case of no right turn on red. So there are other cases, other versions that actually follow that it's following the red light, and then only makes a right when it's a green. But on version 13.2.9, I had to disengage because FSD didn't recognize that. So yeah, I mean, those are all my takeaways for this test, and if you find this video helpful or of value, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.